Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Arteta explains what he noticed about Arsenal star. Mikel Arteta believes Gabriel Jesus has a different energy about him and looks good following Arsenal's win over Bayer Leverkusen in the Emirates Cup. Jesus scored the third goal as the Gunners ran out 4-1 winners against the German champions, with Zinchenko, Trossard and Kai Havertz also on the score sheet. Mikel Arteta's side will now face French outfit Lyon in the final of the Emirates Cup on Sunday before beginning their season at home to Wolves on August 17th. Jesus joined Arsenal from Man City back in 2022 but struggled with injury issues last season, and the Gunners, who are believed to be in the market for a new striker, were strongly linked with RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko, whilst they have also been linked with Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyökeres. The Brazil international could only manage 4 goals in 27 Premier League appearances last season, and Arteta will need to see a much better return from the Brazilian next season if the Gunners are going to have any chance of winning the league. However, Jesus has looked sharp in pre-season and impressed on the Tour of America as well as against Leverkusen on Wednesday. After the game, Arteta was asked about the 27-year-old and said he looked good and there was a different energy about him. He said, "The first feeling when I saw him this summer, it was something different. I could sense it. The energy was different. The way he looks is different. The way he moves is different. He looks good." Jesus has scored just 19 goals for the Gunners in 69 appearances, and he will be hoping to increase that tally next season. It's been a quiet summer for the North London outfit, who have only signed Italy international Riccardo Calafiori, but they have also been strongly linked with Spain midfielder Mikel Merino, although that deal has yet to materialize. Arsenal open to rediscussing a transfer with Euro giants after a player agrees personal terms. Arsenal are open to reviving talks with Marseille over the potential transfer of striker Eddie Nketiah, who has already agreed terms with the League One giants, according to Fabrizio Romano. Speaking exclusively to CaughtOffside for his latest daily briefing column, Romano provided an update on Nketiah's future, suggesting that the Gunners may now be more open to negotiating for something different from their original asking price. The transfer news journalist has explained that Arsenal don't necessarily have a set asking price in mind for Nketiah, so that could mean talks will take place soon so both clubs can find an agreement rather than the North London Giants simply sticking rigidly to their demands. Marseille have had a good summer so far, and Nketiah would represent another exciting addition under new manager Roberto De Zerbi. It remains to be seen if talks will get going again and if an agreement can be reached, but it seems Arsenal remain open to getting these negotiations restarted. He said, "A lot continues to be written about the Eddie Nketiah and Marseille situation, so I thought I'd once again clarify my understanding of this saga here. From what I know, Arsenal are open to rediscussing terms with Marseille after initially rejecting a 27 million euros bid and asking for 35 million euros plus a sell-on clause. Now they can be open to discuss and negotiate different structure. The precise asking price is not something clear yet, but the two clubs have been in touch again, and Arsenal can be open to discuss terms with Olympique Marseille. Nketiah had already agreed on personal terms, so no issue there, and it's now on the clubs to reach an agreement." Arsenal star's career at the club is over after Gunners omit him from squad list. More signings are expected to come at the club soon, but they are currently focused on shipping out players who are no longer in the plans of manager Mikel Arteta. One such player is left back Kieran Tierney, who spent time away from the club last season on loan. However, his future is uncertain at the Emirates since Calafiori, Yurian Timber, Zinchenko and Takahiro Tomiyasu are all ahead of him in the pecking order for the left-back position. According to TalkSport, the Scottish left-back's career at the club is over after he was completely left out of the team's squad list for their preseason match against Bayer Leverkusen. He was omitted from the club's pre-match program, hinting that the club no longer consider him a part of their plans for the future and he could be allowed to leave this summer. He is currently out with an injury, but as per TalkSport, players are not completely omitted from the squad list even if they are injured. It was a huge surprise as Kieran Tierney was left out of the team's match day program. He spent last season on loan at Real Sociedad, and others have taken his place in the starting lineup, with Arteta making the left side of his defense even stronger this summer after signing Calafiori. Tierney has moved further away from the starting lineup at the Emirates Stadium. It's time for Tierney to move away from the Emirates Stadium and make a fresh start elsewhere. His Arsenal career has been affected by some serious injuries, but when he is fully fit, he has performed well for the Gunners. The North Londoners would be hoping to find buyers for the left back, as the player would not be getting enough playing time at the club, and keeping him just to warm the bench makes no sense when there is already enough depth in his position. Arsenal tabled €20 million offer for a transfer of versatile wideman. Arsenal have reportedly made a €20 million bid for the transfer of Fenerbahce fullback Ferdi Kadioglu along with Borussia Dortmund. Both clubs are said to have tabled €20 million offers to Fenerbahce, only to be told that they will need to come back with improved bids closer to €35 million, according to Turkish outlet Nutuk. It remains to be seen if Arsenal will improve their offer for Kadioglu, but this is a player they have been linked with for some time, and he seems like he could be a decent option for the Gunners due to his versatility. The Turkey international can play left or right back as well as a winger, so he could be just the kind of squad player Mikel Arteta would benefit from having over the course of a long and grueling campaign. Sources have previously told CaughtOffside that Brighton were also preparing an offer to try to sign Kadioglu, who has been scouted and monitored by a number of clubs in England and elsewhere in Europe for some time. Arsenal have already strengthened their left back options by bringing in Riccardo Calafiori from Bologna this summer, so it perhaps seems unnecessary to spend too much on another player who'd play a similar role. If Kadioglu were to be available for more like €20 million, that might be worth Arsenal's while, but any higher than that would probably be seen as too expensive. It will be interesting to see, however, if Dortmund try again or if any other clubs do end up firming up their interest in the 24-year-old. Premier League star states clear ambition amid Arsenal transfer links. Newcastle United midfielder Bruno Guimaraes has spoken very clearly about his future plans, despite transfer rumours linking him with Arsenal and others in recent times. The Brazil international has been mentioned as being on the Gunners' radar by the Evening Standard and other sources in the past few months, but a move has not yet materialized, and he's now suggested he is perfectly happy to stay at James Park. Guimaraes has shown since joining Newcastle from Lyon a few years ago, earning the reputation for being one of the best midfielders in the Premier League and like someone who could easily make the step up to playing for one of the big six or another major European side. Still, as quoted by Fabrizio Romano, Guimaraes has now made it clear he sees his future at Newcastle for the time being, so that will surely reassure any Magpies fans who may have been concerned about losing this star player to arrival. Newcastle didn't have the best season last term, but there will surely be high hopes for them in the 24-25 campaign if they can keep hold of their star players as they have managed to do so far this summer, with Guimaraes still at the club, while Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon have also not moved on despite some speculation that they could do so. This is a blow for Arsenal, however, who could do with Guimaraes or someone similar coming in, even if they already invested big money in Declan Rice this time last year. The Gunners surely need a midfielder of this type to come in as an upgrade on the aging and injury-prone Thomas Partey, who also has just a year left on his current contract at the Emirates Stadium. Mikel Merino to Arsenal could be a similar kind of deal to keep an eye on, though he is not quite in the same league as Guimaraes. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.